Hey, Dustin Tibbetts with Passport to Wall Street, and today we're going to do the stock of the week, and we're going to go in a very interesting way to start a long-term, potentially a long-term trade, but by using options to get that trade started. So what happens is sometimes you think, well, I wouldn't mind investing in said company. However, I wouldn't mind making a profit in the short term as well. I don't need the investment. I can certainly invest in other stuff. I wouldn't mind investing in it, but I would also like the profit in the short term. So that's what we're going to cover today. And the stock that we're going to look at actually just had a great day with heavy volume, and that's Las Vegas Sands. Lots of good news for Las Vegas Sands and the gamblers alike. There was some good gambling revenue numbers out of China. The growth there, very well. 2.6% increase in gambling revenue in China, 27 straight months now of that gambling revenue increase, and Las Vegas Sands has exposure in that area, especially in Macau. That's being really the more publicized area that they have. So today you got Las Vegas Sands up by 12%. However, if you're watching this a few days later, it doesn't matter. What we're looking at is the fact that this big move on high volume, look behind there, you see that white line back there? That's all the volume. What we're saying is this should end this this downtrend, okay? Now, doesn't mean the stock rockets higher for the next 6 days. That's a big day. 12% in one day attracted a lot of money. It may be that it relaxes for a little bit and then starts a nice little slow trend, just like this downtrend. Very slow, month by month long downtrend. It could be the same thing on the way up. Add to that midterm elections coming up. You got a lot of the seasonal trading going on for the end of the year. It could be sort of a whippy back and forth here, all the while still moving in a higher trend. So here's the assumption. I want to invest in the stock. However, I don't need the investment. I'd be willing to accept some short-term profits. So here's what we're going to do. If you go over to the option chain and you go to December, there we go. We'll shrink this down for you. If you look at the $55 strike price, I'm going to assume that you can get $2 for this. I know it says $2.15 right now. I'm going to allow for some wiggle room there. It was a very active day. So let's say you can collect $2 by selling a put, the $55 put in December, the monthly expiration, $2. Now that's $55. We all know that that means that your average cost now is going to be on the chart almost right there. Perfect. So that would allow for this stock to retrace nearly, well, definitely more than half, but nearly all of what it gained today, and you'd still be at break even. So think about it. If the stock ends up moving sideways for a few weeks and doesn't do a whole lot for whatever reason, you collect the $2 or however much of it you like. Maybe it ends up being like $1.50 or something, right? So we don't care if we have to sit and wait through a little back and forth because the option's going to pay us. However, if it wiggles back and forth and before we get to expiration or when we get to expiration, it's trading at 55, which is only right here, we'd be willing to accept those shares. So don't overdo it on this option trade because I'm saying I'd be willing to own this and play for that $60 mark. Either way, my average cost is going to be $53. So $53 average cost, whether I have to sit and wait or whether I get assigned shares and then I wait a little longer. So for that reason, that's the trade of the week. It's on Las Vegas Sands. Very interesting because sometimes when a stock breaks a downtrend, you don't know for sure, right? You think, right? Oh, it might be breaking. But when it does it on heavy volume and a really strong day across the entire sector, that lets you know that money's moving into the sector and you want to participate in that both from an investment standpoint as well as a trade. And that's one way that you can do it. I hope you enjoy. I hope it makes you a profit. We'll see how it goes and we'll talk to you soon.